Woo! Look at that parking lot.
What? Are you live streaming?
I am.
Oh, okay.
You want to know who the voice is? Who the face is behind that voice? That is Yvonne, better known as Ridgeline.
T-shirt girl.
T-shirt girl. Let me see. What is it? How many other jobs do you have?
Oh, we need to talk about.
Yeah. We are not back at the 1776 camp. And that's Sophie.
Away.
Yeah.
Hot.
Oh, Soph. Come on. Thank you. Good girl. Good girl. How goes it, Elaine? Did you meet Ridgeline? There we go. Let me see if I can get the better. That storm. We just had a really good storm.
Yeah.
It passed through. And let's see, what direction would camp be in? Sophie.
It feels so good.
Oh.
The doggies love the cool breeze.
Yeah, it's a nice cool breeze. So, do you remember Yvonne? She was with us until Sacramento. Elaine. Hey, Crystal. We had to get out of the sun. We went to that Constitution meeting today, and it wasn't suitable for leaving my animals outside unattended with the windows down. It's too. And we were sitting there in the shade. Yeah, I don't go too far away from my animals unless they are in a good location. Yeah, Elaine, where was that, Elaine? I can't remember exactly the town that you were. Was that, did you say Barstow? Hey, Gloria. Anyhow, we were at this meeting today, and if you didn't get a chance to see the video, go on Oreo's stream. He did stream it. Was today 10 until like 2:30, something like that. And yeah, you will probably need headphones to hear it real well. I couldn't hear it just as was. I had to put earphones on to hear it better. But it was really informative. Yeah, Barstow, California. That's where she met us up at. Elaine, who's on live stream now. Yeah, she says she's sorry. She doesn't even have a picture to look at.
You have any memory at all?
She's lucky she has any memory at all. Yeah. I can't wait to remember when I see my pictures.
Yeah, I don't have time to look at live streams. I don't have time to look at my pictures. Between running back and forth, and then chaos. You know, when I'm in camp, it's always doing something, or someone talking to you, or this or that. You don't have time between convoy and, it's a busy place, even though people don't see that all the time. It's busy, 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 and talking to people at the rallies. I mean, it's busy. And yeah, someday when hopefully this is all over and we have our country back, hopefully the memories will come flooding back of everybody.
Yeah.
So far, the woman that I met in Berkeley Springs that was from Canada, that woman, I don't know her name, but oh, I'd love to see her again.
Yeah, she's one person who touched your life.
She did. She cries every time she sees the Canadian flag because she can't go home. And the reason she can't go home is because she's not vaccinated. And we asked her if she could camp or hike in, and she can't because if she does and gets caught, she'll be thrown in prison
Oh,
because she's not vaccinated.
right.
Period.
Yeah.
And I asked her if she would speak at our rally, and she was afraid because of facial recognition.
Right.
She won't do it.
Right. Oh, yeah, we know we're being watched,
I mean,
for sure.
Well, after feeling like we were being watched this morning,
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that just proved it, and
Yeah.
that's here, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, I don't know how many of you watching now had heard about Boots and Yvonne. Boots, she was getting her car ready for her trip, her return trip to Colorado. And it was, what time was that? That was really late when she
because
called.
we finally got a hotel room because it was getting too late for her to leave.
Right.
So she woke up. I was up most of the night.
It was late at night when they got a hotel room. And it was 5:30 in the morning that someone, Boots was already awake because she was getting ready to drive out. And somebody in an unmarked black SUV was shining a flashlight, for better term, on Boots's truck and Yvonne's car, and the shadow played on the window. So Boots did make it out in time to get a quick photo and a video of it. We haven't seen the video. I've seen the photo, but we know we're being watched, or at least we should be aware that we are being watched. I'm sure that there's discontent. Okay, way cool. And then Elaine, I'll send it to Yvonne later on then. Yeah, that's like she said, it's been, and when, I had to chuckle when I saw that hubby and I showed up with a flag. I think you can appreciate the chuckle in that one. And yeah, we've talked to a lot of people, and that's what keeps us coming back. It's reaching out to all the people. And I know that we're really sad that Boots went home. And right now, Boots, she's self-supported. She took her savings money and would not get gas. And, from the People's Convoy. She paid for her own gas every time. She did not take any money at any of the fill-ups for gas. So now she's in a position that, she's in misery, or Missouri, however you want to put it. And it looks like the rain's coming down again, so I'm gonna have to put the window up. Oh, you just missed Tom, sorry. Woohoo! Watch out, watch out. There we go. I have electric windows. And my switches are, you know, the usual on the door. And let me put my headphones in, see if that makes the sound any better. Because I know with it popping down on the roof, yeah, I was just thinking, you know, how many times I had said before about trains leaving stations, and, you know, we were talking about boots, and then it's like with the weather, and, but I would like to keep focus on boots, and I'm gonna put it in here, her Cash App, if you guys can help me push it out there for her. I did this on Santa's feed and also on on mine. Well, it's Cash App, you know, you have to put the money symbol and then boots and then convoy. And I'm just gonna put it like that. Hey, Janine. Oh, there we go. Yeah, if you can help me push that out for her, she really needs some support. You know, at least people reaching out. I mean, there was someone who had. There we go. I just connected my external mic on my headphones. She did, you know, whoever sent the 20, she is very appreciative of that. So, anybody else, or, you know, just share. I don't know how many of you have pictures of boots with her truck. Her truck is very, very infamous. She's telling me about the fire engine, but I already saw it in the background. If you guys see it, it's going out on a call. Wish them well. Wonder if that was lightning or a crash. What do you think? Lightning or a crash?
Tree or something.
A tree or what?
Maybe a basement flooded.
Fire would come out for a basement flooded?
Your basement gets flooded, they pump it out.
Oh, really?
Some pump, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. And what, put it in their tanker or just discard it? Ah. Wow. I don't know how many of you knew that. The fire department. Ooh, she's got a scanner. Yeah, I'm surprised that this is streaming. Yeah, Boots had gotten a hold of us earlier, and I had made a trip to pick up my puppies, and there's an Amish store up there, and I get my colloidal silver there.
You know, I don't know what you're talking about, but before that rain came,
Uh-huh.
it does have a Cash App.
A cat.
Anybody wants to help her because she's like around St. Louis and short on cash for getting gas the rest of the way home.
Okay, you guys hear that?
She has a Cash App.
It sounds like she's a parrot, doesn't it?
Me?
Yeah, I just got done telling them.
Did you give him the Cash
and put the Cash App in. Yeah, it's
Boots Convoy with a capital B, Boots Convoy.
yeah, that's what I thought. I had typed it in and asked if they would put it out there too. Yeah.
You know, we didn't plan that when the windows were up.
Yeah, really. But thanks for making sure that I didn't have another blonde moment.
Yeah.
That the heat has not gotten to me today.
Ready to jump in that pool now.
Yeah. From what I have heard, because I had passed through camp, but I didn't stop because I know that it was like really, really warm. But from what I heard, he is getting, how do you know, and that's somebody's HIPAA too. So let's just say, he's got a smile on his face, and he's planning on speaking on Saturday, on the 25th. So, that's, you know, it's always good to go one day at a time, but it's even better when you have a goal and you just never quit until you reach that goal. And if you die trying to reach that goal, well, then so be it. Yeah, Crystal, I'm really hoping too, because she's in Missouri, and she was talking about unfurling her flags in order to, you know, bring her in a few dollars, or hope to bring her in a few dollars to make it. And you know how that goes. Just her with her truck, you know, it's like say prayers that, you know, there will be some supporters out where she's at. She had talked to some, but, yeah. Oh, Waco. Thank you, Gloria. That is so fantastic. Yeah, going back to what I was saying about that colloidal silver, it's a natural antibiotic, and you can get it at health food stores, but they have a really good, yeah, they have a good quality product. I used it to treat my Lyme's disease, and as you can tell, sometimes my speech isn't always quite up to par. And my mobility sometimes. And then getting bit on my butt with another tick the other night, that really, I'm sure, did not help. But, yeah, you'll have this. So, I bought a couple of quarts when I went back up there, and I gave Boots one before she left. And she had said about, oh, I'm not quite sure. She didn't know if she had an ear infection or something on the order of, and wanted to know how much to take of it. Sorry about that. I had a cough. There's Thomas checking out the scenery. I knew it was going to be a little bit too warm for him today to go with us, so he had met a cat down where we had gone for shade after the day in the sun. Truck's back already? Well, that's a good thing. Bless him. Oh, bless you, Gloria. Yeah, so, hold on, and I'll ask Yvonne to make sure. Hey, Yvonne, what was that with her ears and what else? Or adenoids, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, her ears and her adenoids. Yeah, I saw her earlier, and I think that she is hippie, taking it easy. Thank you. This is Thomas. Thomas B. Anthony. He is a well-seasoned traveler who thinks that he's a dog. And we've been on the road for a while. And he actually enjoys it. There are times when we stop and he's like, "Ooh, I like it here. I want to hang for a while." So then I'll have to go around the block, or depending on how nice it is, I've had to wait for an hour. So if we go to a place and we're on a time crunch, like I could not allow him to be, leave him out at a rest area. For one, the other animals would scare him, and he'd jump right back in the car anyhow. But yeah, he's a cool cat. So he just hung out there at the base. I go where I had to go get a jump last night. Oh, I hear somebody's listening to a scanner and eating her leftover lunch. Wow. I was too hot to eat today, so, and it's still warm. Well, no, I can't say it's warm. It's cooled off pretty good from that storm. And I was checking out weather, and I don't think it's supposed to hit 80 until after the weekend, I think. Or I don't know, maybe it might be. At least not for the next couple of days. It's supposed to be on the cooler side, so I won't argue with that. I'm trying to put it so you guys can see that cloud up there. And those of you who were listening to me yesterday, and I was talking about the earth changes, and yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about. There's going to be some really intense earth changes happening. And are you prepared for survival? So as we're talking in the Bible and Revelation about the end days, the end times, and the signs, we'll see the wars, the rumors of wars, brother against brother, all that kind of good stuff, and the earthquakes and the volcanoes, and we see these storms that are increasing more and more and more in intensity. And looking at the heat index of the United States, yeah, it's going to be a big drain on the electric grid. Now they're already talking about the strain and the roaming blackouts that are going to be occurring. Spotty storms are to start here, and yeah, the storm, well, I guess I can't say circling, but it's been passing for, pretty much since, I think maybe 10:30, 11 is when the sprinkles first started, and some a little bit more in intensity. We had just missed a pretty good, dramatic lightning thunder storm, and that was pretty cool, nice and intense. And you can see the clouds aren't really moving, at least not as fast as what they were. And I'm like, okay, now these are coming from the opposite direction.
Got a tree down, wires down, and a vehicle accident with injury.
Tree down, wires down, vehicle accident with injuries.
I don't know where it's at. I mean, I'm not from here, so I don't know the road.
Oh, you hear that? She's gonna tease us.
They didn't say anything about tent poles flying or canopies going up in the air and landing on people's roofs.
You hear that? They didn't say about tents flying, canopies flying, poles projecting, so as long as they don't put any of that on the scanner, you know, we will continue to feel blessed.
Somewhere around North Orr Street, I heard. I don't know if that's in Winchester or where.
North Orr Street. Yeah, that's one of those where when you're someplace different, and there again, even depending on where we live, do you even know all of the street names in your locations? Oh yeah, Gloria said, yes, those are heading south towards Richmond, up to 70-mile-per-hour winds. We were lucky, I think, for the most part where we are. Yvonne brought me to the park that's down the street, down 11, where there's a pool, and she was telling me about the other things, but it was too hot really to get out when we got here, and it was just prior to the storm, and the pool had already closed. Who knows how long before we even got here. So the winds, I mean, I was like, you know, is that ding ding, you know, or my windshield hail? But I really couldn't see any bouncing, and couldn't really tell what was the projectile hitting my windshield. Otherwise, I would have drove underneath a tree. But we came out here to cool off, and that's what we're still doing here. Yeah, we try to stay safe. That's what she was saying about, and I'm self-contained, so that's the good part. I have found that camping on a compound is really good, but that's when you're back in the mountains or something like that. And you can really set up a compound. Camping on hot asphalt isn't my cup of tea, and because of my animals, I haven't been able. I've got to, you know, come in and out until it's at a place that it's cool. I don't know if he's okay after the storm. Yeah, I know that's like a cow getting struck by lightning, but then you also have to remember the car has rubber for grounding. So, and we are not back at home base right now. Yvonne and I had come over here to a park down the road from on 11, I guess is at south. I guess it would be south of where camp is, and to cool off, because it's you know, I mean, you gotta find places in shade to cool off. But yeah, with the tree, you're right. With the but I was thinking windshield. If I've got hail coming down that intense, if I were to, because right now I was facing in the storm. So facing in the storm, you're more apt to get your windshield hit. Not that I would want to face it any which direction, but
drive or whatever, the back or the sides would be much easier to sacrifice than my windshield. At least I'd still be able to drive. Yeah, it's dealing with, and you know, are you prepared for power outage? How did you prepare for power outage? I was in Florida back in 2004 and 2005 when there were a few hurricanes that had come through Central Florida. Well, I mean, I was in South Florida when one of them had come through also. Well, I wasn't in it. I kind of tend to vacate prior to, because going through the storm, like we had gone through that storm earlier with the wind, the rain, the lightning, I don't know about you guys, but I get excited in storms because I can appreciate Mother Nature's intensity, and how that storm came in to clear out the negative vibrations, I'll put it, and it's like smelling and fresh, clean energy that's after. I guess I should have looked for a rainbow, but it's no sun out yet, I guess, for one of those. Yeah, weather on Fox for you. Now, I don't know. We're like 5 miles south of camp, and I know that they had some puddles when I went back to pick up Thomas earlier. It was too hot for him to go along. He found someone to hang with earlier, so I left him some water, and he was there when we came back. So we came down here to the park to get cooled off, and storm came, and got a good cleaning. Yay! To tell you the truth, I have not, will not, do not do, unless it's an emergency, and I have not had to, at the base camp. I pretty much am self-contained. You mean, yep, most definitely. When I'm talking, I don't always watch you guys and the comments. So if I miss something important, don't be shy about repeating it. I guess somebody might get upset if, but if you do it and I don't see it, then, yeah. What? Backing with my daddy in the woods. We just use buckets. Amen to that. And I have a bag so that it doesn't get way grossed over. That way I can keep it much, much nicer when I'm out camping and can. Then I can go down where water is streaming and clean it out. But when you're more self-contained, it's much easier to do with a garbage bag and pine saw, and then stopping at gas stations, etc., fast food, slip in, use a restroom, flush, no worry. Now, Rosie Row, I don't know how many of y'all know Rosie Row from Hagerstown, and down around and back again, and yeah, she has found that her best, and her best mode of is using cat litter. So that way the scoopable, and then she'll scoop it and dump it.
They have a vehicle fire somewhere.
Vehicle fire somewhere.
Fully engulfed and starting to catch the trees on fire.
And it's starting to catch the trees on fire? Where's that, right around here, or? It's in the county now.
It's in the county that we're in, but
Right. Where we don't know. Yeah. Alright, well, all we have to do is look for smoke, and that could tell us. But there again, there's dark, so
well, and how big
dark
the county-
clouds.
I mean, the county I live in is huge.
That's very good. See, that's why I hang around smart people, even though they show me up sometimes. Hey, Angela. Who's that? Oh yeah, Boots, man. I'm telling ya, that girl is amazing. Her mind is amazing. I can only imagine her IQ. I mean, seriously. You can go somewhere. Now, there again, it might be, you know, some of her past training and whatever, which I'm sure, you know, with her background, that there had to have been some kind of a training of being observant of your surroundings. Is that a lightning strike at your place, or where we're at, Gloria? Because where we're now, it could possibly have been behind us. Behind us, we're seeing some dark clouds. Those aren't as black, but over at the other direction. Yeah, it looks like we're getting a reprieve from the big storms. Does it ever stop raining there? Well, I'll tell you what. I say thank God for the rain. Well, thank God, and God is blessed. You know, Mother Earth is raining upon us and keeping things green. As much driving as I have experienced in the past 4 months, and seeing how many places are praying for rain, which I know I and hopefully many others prayed for rain. I saw a billboard, I think it was north of Sacramento. But yeah. Tree burning your way. Oh, is that at the, near the park? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I actually invented indefinite chaos, learn astrology basic science for people who want to take ephemeris, and that is where the placements of the planets are, and actually understand what's going on in the heavens that surround us. I'm gonna grab my ephemeris out and show you what I'm talking about. And then I have my soul charts, which a lot of people do it, and I can still do intuitive readings with, you know, how people do them now. But I also, like I said, invented my soul charts. And okay, let's see how we can do this. All I know, yeah, thank you, Crystal, that there were some people coming in, and a nurse coming in and making sure that he's taken care of. So, here you go. This is June 22. So you go down the page, and you find the date, which is Wednesday the 22nd. and then it'll tell you, okay, the sun is in Cancer. You have, let's see, the moon right now. I think it looks like that's Aries. And up at the top, you have the sun, you have the moon, you have the true node, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Ceres, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. So when you look in and you learn the glyphs, you can actually, like I said, see where the planets are aligned and what's going on and how they correlate. No matter how much people want to say about, it's like, well, which side of the fence are you sitting on? When, you have these three wise men who were so wise that they brought gifts of, the frankincense, incense, myrrh, gold. Well, wait a minute, okay. So for those of you who are, thumping that, well, do you know what the importance of that frankincense and myrrh and gold really is? Okay, hang on. I gotta find out who's barking in my ear. Who was that? Huh? Okay, you ready for this one? Rhodey. Rhodey. Was that you barking in my ear? Rhodey. Are you ignoring me? Are you ignoring me, Rhodey? Huh? Was that you? Was that you, Rhodey? Huh? Was that you barking in my ear again? Huh? Was that you, Rhodey? Yeah. Yeah, I know it was. It's wash time. They wash each other. They're really good. Although they don't wash Thomas. He takes care of that himself. Hey, Valerie. How be you? We're not in camp right now. And we are cooling off. The animals were a little bit on the warm side. We were at the Constitution meeting at a church today, and I think that his name, S. Marshall, and I think it's Martin. I did not quite catch his last name, and I was sitting outside listening to the live stream of Oreos. Well, I'll tell you, cancers have been going through a whole bunch of stuff, especially with Capricorn, and you have to remember the United States is also a Cancer. So Capricorn is opposite, and there's a bunch of stuff that's going to be coming out and getting changed, as you can see now. But we have to keep up the pressure until, for at least another 2 years, keeping up the pressure and standing up, because the forces that are in opposition to the goodness of the human race are really, they're not gonna just put up their white flag and okay, we quit and walk away. They've been planning this for, let's go all the way back to the whole beginning of the decade, the century. The 1900s. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Marshall Wilson. Okay. Thank you. I can. I can. But okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me show you how I do this. Since you be asking. Oh, there goes another one. Okay. I'll show you my soul chart, what I was talking about, and how it makes it much easier to look at what's going on in the world or in the heavens, and what's going on around you. And I'll tell you, it does make things much easier. And not that I do follow astrology like I really should to make my life a whole lot more easier. You know, I mean, I was already like, just knowing the future doesn't mean you can change the future. And I'll put it that way. So, it makes it better able to deal with, as in what's going on, and having understanding that, okay, there's a challenging aspect that's going down, and you just want to be aware and keep your eyes open a little bit more so. So, okay, here we go. That's it. That's it. Okay, this is what I call my soul chart. And it's interesting, I got like 33 people that are, at least that's the number that's up in here right now, and that's my birthday. And I'm always one for numbers. I don't, oh, that's Rhodey. She sounds so much like her mother of all of them. So how I have this, hold on, I gotta figure out how I can put the, alright, it's a color-coded system. So here I have January, February, March, April, and then I put May, June on here at last moment instead of doing, stick this up on top, instead of doing new ones, because that would have meant more effort, more work. So when you start out in the first house is the self. Okay, that's 12 houses. 12 houses. That's 360 degrees divided by 12. Along the sides, you have your constellations, which there is one of in each of these houses. And then at the bottom, I have the planets. So, as I was talking about with the cancers, and Cancer, as you know, July 4th, that's a Cancer right there. So, looking at colors, and right now we're looking at June. June is brown. So you see where the brown is in the charts and what houses. So you're looking at a new moon on the 29th of June, and that's coming up. And that means it's new beginnings. And now, we also have Pluto retrograde, and that's partnerships, not always sexual, but you know, who are you in business with? What has been changing? Now, whether this is in your life or we're dealing with the government, there's been a lot of change that has been going on in government. And that's in partnership with the people. You know, right here is the home. This is the home of the government. This is the government. This is, you know, our republic. It's, you know, designated as a Cancer. So Pluto is change, transformation. Capricorn, the sign, also represents government. So big time changes in government is going to be going on, and that's in opposition of the home. And that is DC. There's gonna be stuff going down in DC. How about I put it that way? New beginnings. Keep watching for new stuff that's going on. But also be aware of, and because I added some of these, some of them, aren't quite in which house. But we have Mars here in career. So what kind of career have you been doing? Because what you possibly have tried before didn't work. So, with Chiron, that's kind of licking your wounds with your career, but now 30 degrees in a house, so concentrating on your career, coming into July, what kind of work are you doing to get your, I'm hungry for Subway, or, oh, okay, well, if you don't want to listen, and whatever, I'm going on. Alright, so, are you following me? Let me make sure that you're following me, and you're understanding what I'm saying. Let me know. I take photographs of spirits. I have to document. I also talk to angels. And it's interesting when you see there's a light and all of a sudden there's a shadow that is passing behind you, but there is no one or thing to cast that shadow. So most of the times they will stay behind you, or you can catch them out of the side of your eyes. Hippie Mama, I really could not tell you. I know that she is taking it easy. No, I don't condone evil. I surround myself with a divine white light as much as possible, especially when I go in places where I'm feeling negative vibes. I am an empath, so I do read energy off of people, places, things, yeah. Paparazzi Lolo. Well, really, all you have to do is pound. If you want to check out any of my other things that I have done. But anyhow, I don't know where Mina, if Mina's still here. But I'm gonna finish what I was talking about with the United States and coming up and what's going to be going on, because there's a lot of things that are going to be going on in the United States. And with Neptune in Pisces, that's poison in the water. And Neptune will be retrograde on the 27th, which means that the truth will be revealed. More truth will be revealed about the poison in the water. And that will not just be just remember poison, water, and be aware of the water you drink, and what I was talking about earlier with the water filtration systems. You want to have as many water filtration system, or at least knowledge of, as possible. French drains are one type of a natural water purifier. So research now, practice now, so you know what is, and you'll be ready for what is coming. If Stu Peters is right about anything, it'll be a miracle. To tell you the truth, I have not listened to Stu Peters. I did not hear, I did not watch, I should say, the meeting with Santa. It's supposed to be private, or I don't know, but from what I heard, people couldn't hear. Oops. Hold on a minute. Oops. Oh, sugar. I don't know what I just did. Hold on. I just made a mistake. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let me go back and look at some of these comments. Just ignore me, GLoLady. Lolo, what you want, honey? I'm sorry if you thought I was ignoring you. I actually think that you're quite hilarious. Stu Peters is right. I don't know. So you tell me, and I will give you my opinion. How's that? Local hospice to get improper. Kim, I kind of know behind the scenes a little bit, and I know that that was already in the works on Sunday. What are you talking about? Is that KMS 77? Well, you obviously are not in camp. You obviously do not know what's going on. You obviously are trying to create rumors of what's going on. And one thing that I do know is that it's my sandbox, and I can pick the people I want to play with. And if you're not going to play nice and spreading malicious gossip, you're timed out for 5 minutes. What are you talking about, Kim? Oh, you were saying Kim. Yeah, I try to allow as much free speech as possible, but when you are slandering and, well, I guess it would be liable because it's written information, then, oh, I'm sorry, Jerry. What we do not know, we do not know until we're taught. And if God was as such, well, there again, you might have a condemning, hateful God, but I have a loving, forgiving God. So for me, my good orderly direction is to always live in love and light. If you want to live in fear and damnation, go right ahead. Religion is for people who are afraid of going to hell, and spirituality is for people who have already been through hell. I can tell you, I have been through hell. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. Especially with a death wish. So, been there, done that. Genius hinges on insanity only when you're not true to yourself. Even if you do not listen to your God unto thee. Do not think that there are not others who do listen to that good orderly direction, who comes in through their God unto thee. Okay? So, this is, as I said, a cheat sheet of the heavens and how the heavens affect us. Up, she says it's almost 6.
I have to stop at the Shell station on the way back.
Alright, does that mean it's supper time? Supper time in the summertime?
Spaghetti tonight.
Spaghetti?
It's something they can grow in a pot to do without having to cook.
Amen to that, and
My friends are out with birds.
Storm sees birds.
Your dogs are like, what?
Trying to figure out what's going on. Oh! What? Ugh.
Your dog barks, mine doesn't. My dog barks that crap, but your dog would look at him like he's crazy.
What, the whining?
He sees birds, so he wants to play.
Ah.
He thinks the birds want to play with him.
Yeah.
He's like, let me out so I can go play with the birds.
Yeah, that would be Thomas. Alright. Off, please. Thank you. We're gonna go. Hop in. Okay. I'll catch you back at camp. That's an even better idea. I guess that means I'm gonna be following you because I'm going to find that Shell station too. That's an even better idea. See you in a few. Okay, I'm sure that people can talk about the devil, and I do have photos of evil entities that were attached to my son. The son who did die of an overdose. And when I took these photos, he was most definitely under the influence of some type of spirits. Yeah, if you pound hashtag GLoLady and paranormal, you will find a bunch of stuff. Whether it's on my Facebook or Blogspot, I guess it's now WordPress or something like that. That's why I just say about the hashtags. Hopefully it would come up on Google. A TV show that I had done prior that will probably be popping up. And you can also Vimeo. Yeah, I have some GLoLady TV TV shows up on Vimeo, and yeah, I will go into a little bit more at another time about that. Yeah, it's as I call myself a sister in Christ, and I, with my predictions and prophecy that are documented, and my inventions. Yeah, I'm kind of like 30 years ahead of my time, I would say. And yeah, that's a genius engine on insanity, only when you're not true to yourself. So that's the importance of always being true to yourself. On my, which one is that, Mystic GLoLady? On my Facebook, you will see a photo pinned, and that is Bella and Carmela. And the quote is, always be yourself, even when others laugh behind your back. So, anyhow, as you see, there be a, well, I don't know if you call this a handheld device. I mean, and nobody's sitting in there, so I guess we're all ready to go. Now, I definitely cannot read and drive at the same time. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna say watch Oreo's stream and see what's going on. You got a few, send a few to Boots' Cash App. That's money sign Boots Convoy, BOOTS CONVOY. I know that she will appreciate it. She was much loved and did a whole lot for the convoy that most don't even know about. She just did it and nobody knew. She spent a lot of her savings, majority of her savings, to be here and didn't take any gas from the convoy. And yeah, she stayed longer than, not that she wanted to, because she'd still be here if she could have. But financially, she was stretched, and she's not feeling well. And if we can make sure that she makes it home to Colorado, I know I would be greatly appreciative for people supporting a mighty fine patriot. So, anyhow, Jerry, that was the thing about live TV, public access. If you don't like the channel, change it. See you, love you, bye. I'll talk to you later.